Savannah has acted as the backdrop for many TV shows, independent films, and big screen movies. Forces of Nature, starring Sandra Bullock and Ben Affleck, is just one of those big screen movie titles. From historic downtown to Duran Avenue, and many places in between, there's no doubt that Savannah's beauty can be seen largely in Forces of Nature. Here's a glimpse at several locations featured in the film. The house behind me is the home of Ed and Caroline Hill. Now, you may not recognize this house right away, but it's actually appeared in two major films that have been shot right here in Savannah. One being Midnight of the Garden of Good and Evil, which I'm sure we're all familiar with, and the other being Forces of Nature. Take a look at this clip from the movie and see if you can recognize this house that's right here on the corner of Taylor and Bull Streets.
How can I just let you walk away? Let you leave without a trace? When I stand here taking every breath with you, ooh, ooh.
Now that garden where David Strickland was singing Tamar and Tyranny is actually right over my shoulder to the left behind this gate. And this is only one of the many locations that Forces of Nature was filmed here in Savannah. Recognize this location? This was the old El Rocco bar on Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. It's now Blow and Smoke Barbecue. The bar scene where Ben Affleck strips down to his boxers was filmed here. Mark Carpenter, a local resident, played an extra in this scene.
They walk into this bar thinking that she's going to strip dance, but they failed to recognize when they walked in that they were actually in a gay bar.
How much for you to dance? Excuse me?
I was trying to stuff money down Ben Affleck's pants for it so he would take more clothes off. By the way, I'm not gay, but...
Jay Self, Director of Tourism and Film Services for Savannah, explains just how many places Savannah actually played in the movie.
And there was so much of Savannah in it as well.
There was, and Savannah played New York, New Jersey, Delaware, North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, Georgia. We actually did all the plane scenes. Something that we did then you couldn't do now. We actually, the crew all got passes to go out on the tarmac at the airport. And the scenes where the airplane was taking off, all those were actually shot at Savannah Airport.
See if you can remember the next two recognizable landmarks in Savannah from the movie.
Oh, good evening.
Good evening. Good evening.
Hey, Joe.
It is a good evening, isn't it? Dr. Holmes, or whoever it is you are.
Although much of Forces of Nature was shot in Savannah, the surrounding areas hosted several scenes as well. The wedding scene, where Ben makes the decision to stay with Bridget, was shot in Beaufort, South Carolina, at the Castle on Craven and East Streets. This house is at 1333 Ash Street in Ardsley Park. It was featured in the last scene of the movie where Sandra Bullock finally gets to see her son. As you can see, DreamWorks Studios used Savannah for a majority of the filming for Forces of Nature. If you haven't seen the movie or haven't watched it in a while, I recommend doing so. It's pretty surprising just how much of Savannah you will notice.
In the end, all you can do is commit to the people you love, hope for a little luck, and some good weather.